about to do anyways, we're doing 2 different techniques for skeleton tracking because SDNA are working on a live performance show for fantasy projection mapping of futuristic creatures onto performers. Projection mapping onto their bodies, so that a person could be a chrysalis that actually appears to the audience to become a butterfly and then start performing on stage, but all through projection illusion.
It's art that allows the audience to control it in some way, so that the experience that they have with the piece of work is partly constructed or driven by them. The designer or the artist can create the overarching idea and build it and deliver it, but without the participant, the art doesn't exist. Their interaction with it is crucial to its being manifested, coming to life in whatever way it was designed to.
So the motivation behind the pool is to bring a moment of playful joy to any place. From our point of view as the artists is to see people play with it and they are the art to us. So pushing kind of physical interaction to 2.0 level. It's not something you hold in your hand, it's something you experience as a whole person. I think interactive art is something that is made for more than one person and reacts to you in a very specific way. It's a conversation. The pool is interactive and beautiful if one person is on it, or if 10 people are on it, or if 1,500 people are on it. I don't even think the interactive art community can agree what interactive art is. I think it'll always change as technology changes and what people can do. I was talking to a group of art commissioners recently and they think it's a fad, the word, not the art itself. They're like, oh, it's just a term. As long as we're talking about it, as long as somebody out there is interested in what any of it means, that's what's important to me. What we call it is ancillary. I don't think that they would look at it and say this is art. I don't think that they would look at it and say, oh, this is obviously interactive art. I think they see it as something fun and enjoyable. Our overall dream is to put the first interactive piece in space. It's a vision Jen has, and it's a mission statement the rest of her team gets really excited about, and it's something that we're working towards.
Someone needs to get me out.
I thought it looked like an ice rink. It's quite fun, interactive of course. I think it's the prettiest thing around here at the moment. I like it very much.
It's so much fun to be able to go see it, be able to play with it, to see other people's responses, to try something new with it. You get to return to that childlike state.
I've been asked before, how do you get your ideas? And I'm like, the idea is the easy part. The hard part is figuring out how to make the idea come to life. When I look at interactive art, I look at art that is big enough to allow people to create a relationship with the work when they're impacting the work and they're part of it, but more importantly, they're impacting and connecting with other people in their community. And our world that we live in is a world where you are connected with people all the time. You use technology all the time. You talk to people. Your friends are all over the world. You're in these social networks. You're taking pictures. You're sharing things. And it's absolutely not surprising that art's following that. Younger generations don't necessarily want to buy things. They want to experience things. Participation and involvement is going to be more attractive to younger generations. I would love to see really amazing, meaningful, interactive artwork that thousands of people can interact with that could actually be part of our cities and our landscape.
So Cave of Sounds is a piece where we want people to go and play music, and these are not musicians, and we want them to come and play an instrument that they've never seen before and to express themselves musically. And the truth is most people aren't going to do that. They don't feel comfortable doing that, particularly adults find it quite difficult if you're not a musician to come and play a musical instrument. And the default context in an art gallery is to look and not touch. So the challenge in the piece is to find ways to make them feel comfortable doing that. Often your work doesn't actually exist until somebody's there trying it out. In reality, they never ever do what you expect. The future is, I think, exciting because I think the more established it becomes, the less open it becomes, but also the more advanced the possibilities become with this audience.
Okay, so here we are bringing a Taste of Lost festival to Bristol. This weekend is called Lost in Bristol. The festival itself is a 24-hour interactive live art and music festival. So this one we've condensed down to 12 hours. So it's going to be a mini version of the festival. Participants turn up, they get changed into overalls, and they kind of get turned into artists. And the whole idea is to make art more appealing and more accessible to a wider audience. Collaborating with music is the most important thing. The two things go together so well. We actively encourage participants to get involved. We have an amazing group of artists and volunteers, and it gradually turns from this art festival into this music festival, so there's like a natural progression, and they're just partying, kind of enjoying it. So by that point they feel like they've already become the artists, and then it's, enjoying it together.
Yeah, so I'm just preparing some of the slime for a project when I got quite obsessed with leopard slabs and their mating rituals. They're uniting because they want to be with, another leopard slug, and the sex doesn't come into it. So I thought this kind of applies to how I think about like sexuality in my kind of lifestyle. I believe, like who you like, no one chooses how they're born. Why should that even form like a boundary when it comes to relationships? So yeah, I use the slime, bring people together, connect them, you stick to each other, you get really involved, and it's just a really playful, just really fun atmosphere. So yeah.
It's an informal setting. You kind of watch them nervously approach it, and people are looking and wondering what they're allowed to do, and then people follow. So I think as soon as the first person reacts, everyone else kind of follows and comes along, and they're like, oh, that's a really good idea, I'll do that, but more. And then as the night progresses, people push the boundaries, they try a bit harder, and they try and kind of like colour outside the lines.
We've got two projections. One of them is like a live feedback loop, which will involve the audience being able to edit and affect with their hands what they're seeing on the screen. And then this one is a video loop that Rory's making, which is going to be updated live over the duration of the show. And that one more focuses on kind of painting through digital mediums, and it's watching the construction of a painting, which is also again to do with the element of the hand, and where does the artist's hand kind of live within digital work.
Interactive art is engaging, it's inclusive, it's accessible, immersive and exciting, and it's a type of art that allows people to express themselves as the viewer as well. Spectators become participants.
We're currently standing in a urinal right now. We've also named it the Pissing Palace. The idea was to make a sculpture out of them. And it was this idea of that the space is quite a personal space, urinals, toilets, loos, all quite personal, so we wanted to kind of invade it, but people really.
People are drinking, people are enjoying music, and so you kind of think about what people would like and how they would interact with it first, and then the piece comes later. One of my favourite quotes by Degas is, art is not what you see, but what you make others see.